Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video. Before I get into it, though, I'd like to remind you all to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video, and turn on post notifications so that way you guys know when I drop a new video. And in this case, I'm going to talk about the Washington football team's dominant, yes, you heard me right, dominant performance against the Dallas Cowboys. Jason, I am sorry. I did give you I gave you what's the word? A silver lining, if you will, when we were texting back and forth. If you watch this video, but Washington wins in dominant, convincing fashion today. I am not gonna get hype. I'm not. This is Dallas. But I'll give Washington credit where credit is due. They beat Dallas twice in 1 year. That has not happened since 2012, since RG3 days. That is incredible. They dominate twice. They beat Dallas in Washington 25-3, and they destroy Dallas 41-16. Let's go over some stats. Antonio Gibson, the monster. My goodness, I'm happy I picked him up in fantasy, in my fantasy league. Had 20 carries for 115 yards. Had 5 receptions for 21 yards in total. Had 136 all-purpose yards. That is incredible. Terry McLaurin had 7 catches for 92 yards, but the big play came when Alex Smith threw that interception. Jalen Smith was about to take it to the house, but Terry McLaurin, stops it. And then our defense just allows 3 points. That is awesome. Incredible. That is just wild. So some more stats. Montez Sweat. My goodness. Montez Sweat. I'm going to talk about him first, and then I'll talk about Chase Young. Montez Sweat. Whew. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Got an interception and also got a pick 6. So, just unbelievable. Montez Sweat is a monster. He's that defensive line is actually wow. Tim Settle gets a couple of sacks. Chase Young, like I said, gets a sack. That whole entire defensive line is awesome. I'll talk about the secondary later later in this video, but I'm gonna go through the positives first. So that just incredible. Logan Thomas had a touchdown reception. Had the one only touchdown reception that Alex Smith had for 20 yards. Also threw a 28-yard bomb to Terry McLaurin. Just incredible for our Washington's offense. Defensively, like I said, we're gonna dive into the good, the bad, the ugly. So, without further ado, I guess Peyton Barber. Before I get into that, Peyton Barber, Dallas made him look good, and Peyton Barber is not all that good. 7 carries for 57 yards, incredible in my opinion. So let's get into the good, the bad, the ugly. The good was the offense and defense and special teams. The whole team was good. Put it all together. Like I said, Alex Smith with a touchdown to Logan Thomas. Antonio Gibson with 3 touchdowns. Peyton Barber with crucial plays, run plays. 7 carries for 57 yards. Terry McLaurin, 7 catches for 92 yards, and that big tackle that saved a Dallas touchdown that could have swung the momentum around. Just all around solid performance. The offensive line, yes, they gave up 3 sacks, but that was more on Alex Smith. The interception was on Alex Smith as well, but we'll talk about that more into the bad and the ugly. The defense, 4 sacks. Tim Settle gets a sack. Chase Young gets a sack. Montez Sweat gets an interception. Daron Payne gets a sack. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just our defensive line again, was proving to be dominant. Um, Special teams, man. When I said that Nate, what's his name, Casser or something like that, I said that he should have been fired. One game doesn't say all. I'm not gonna, sit here and say that he should, this performance saved his job. But what a game that he put together. Um, Dallas ran a fake punt, and they were this close to converting it, but then the special teams just shuts it down. Incredible special teams play today. Um, and of course, Dustin Hopkins didn't miss a kick today, man. That's good on him. Made his 2 field goals, made his extra points, so he is safe for right now. He is safe for right now. So he won't get my get out of here rant. So that's good. Washington able to put up points, and the defense shut down Dallas in that second half, only allowing 3 points in the second half. The Alex Smith interception. I'll say it again. The Alex Smith interception. He literally just held on to the ball too long. Jalen Smith read what he was doing, and the rest is history. So Alex Smith, gets that interception. However, Washington did win the turnover battle. I forgot to add that. Zeke fumbled, of course. And then, of course, the Montez Sweat interception. So, and of course, so the defense Montez Sweat was able to atone Alex Smith for the interception earlier with his own pick six. Andy Dalton just not good at all after his offensive lineman went down with injuries. So, just a solid win. I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer, and I'm gonna call this ugly. The ugly was our secondary play in the first half. Ronald Darby, I think Washington fans hyped him up way too much this week after he had a really good performance against the Cincinnati Bengals, but he got burnt 2 or 3 times. Got burnt on that 54-yard touchdown. It is what it is, but that I'm gonna be realistic here. That is I'm gonna put that down as ugly. It wasn't, he was able to atone for it in the second half, but that is something concerning that the secondary isn't as good as it seems, in my opinion. But I'm just gonna let that go for now, because again, Washington came away with a dominant win. So that is some ugly that I took away from the game. That Ronald Darby got burnt a couple of times. At least it wasn't. Who was it? Troyaki. That got burnt. In fact, I think he was responsible for pass defense. Kaliki Hudson. I forgot how he had him on the roster. He was actually on that special teams play. Forgot to mention him, and that's proof that I forgot that he was on the team. I forgot to give him a shout out on the special team side of things. So that is all. Like I said, the burnt plays by Ronald Darby were ugly. Something that cannot happen against Pittsburgh. But more on that later in the week. I just want Washington to enjoy this game, enjoy this win. Washington is now first place, 4-7. But here's the thing: I don't want to be a downer yet again. If the Giants beat Cincy, because I don't think I don't think the Eagles are going to beat the Seahawks. If the Giants beat the Cincinnati Bengals, they would be in first place. Washington is in first place because of the early game today. So soak it in for a couple of days. Like I said, because the Giants swept Washington, which those games will have, in my opinion, will come back to haunt Washington. So if Giants win, they would be in first place. So, all right, guys, all around solid win. Offense, defense, special teams, all came to play today. Destroyed Dallas 41-16. I am happy with that result. This team is trending upward. Still don't think Washington's gonna win the division though. Enough about that. Enough. I'm not gonna talk about division talk until the weekend games are final. So just wow. I am very excited. I don't think any fans had faith that Washington would win in Dallas against Dallas on Thanksgiving, because Dallas has a winning record against Washington in Thanksgiving games, but they proved everyone wrong. They came to play. Dallas just, and I'll give credit to Dallas where credit is due. They made it a game in the first half. They were, it was a back and forth matchup. They scored a field goal on their first drive, but then Washington scores a touchdown. They score a touchdown, the Mark Cooper bomb, and then Washington again, ties it. But then Antonio Gibson just goes off for the rest of the game. Dallas could not, find a rhythm, giving up sacks, the interception, the fumble, just the fake punt in their own territory was a questionable call by Mike McCarthy. I'm curious to see what Skip Bayless has to say tomorrow. I'm going to be watching, not First Take, or Undisputed tomorrow to see what Skip Bayless has to say. Jason, I want to hear what you have to say. I know that him and I will be going live on YouTube next week, but you can always drop me comments, Jason, if you would like. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Everyone should be, happy that Washington won. All right, guys, peace.